I'm Brian Van, SportBikeTrackHere.com. Today we're going to re-review the Cortech Adrenaline RR one-piece race suit. Who is this suit right for? This suit, I would say, is right for obviously track days, right? Performance street riding for sure. And I would say even up into amateur racing where you're working on a budget, but you need a good quality race suit. Let's talk sizing. I'm 5 feet 11 inches tall, 200 pounds on the money, 32 to 33 inch waist. I'm wearing a size large in the Cortech Adrenaline RR suit. Underneath, I have on a one-piece undersuit as well as a full-size back protector. We're going to show you me standing in the suit as well as being on the motorcycle. I would say that this gives me, a nice kind of between almost race and comfort fit. And I say that because there's areas of this suit where this thing does have a little extra volume, especially, in the waist area, right? And with the stretch panels it uses, we found that this suit really can fit a lot of different body types. You can take someone similar stature, 5'11", 200 pounds, but let's say they're put together a little differently than I am. We've seen this suit fit two very different riders well, given the fit pattern that it uses. And that's one of the strong points of this suit. Something that's really important to point out too is when you're judging the fit of this suit, the arms have such a strong pre-curve stitched into them that you really need to be on your motorcycle, not riding around, but go in the garage, sit on the bike, and get in that riding position, feel the controls. That is where this thing was cut to be, and that's where it's most at home, and that's really where you should evaluate the fit that it offers. Features, benefits, and my opinion. I'm going to open up with my opinion. I really like this suit a lot. We recommend it quite a bit for people that are shopping well under that $1,000 price point, that are looking for a quality suit, lots of perforation, right? But they're just not comfortable going up around and or over that $1,000 price point. Also, for people that have different body types, right? We talked about that in the sizing part. That's where this thing is a real home run too, with all that stretch that it offers. It has the ability to fit a lot of different people. And then we have the intangible part. We have the Cortech's been racing for the last several seasons. My man, Jake Lewis, Team M4 on that Suzuki GSXR 1000. He's raced with them for years, tons of crashes, tons of product development, and he likes it so much that he's re-upped his contract because they've done a great job. So, and I think that adds a lot of value because with this brand, right, you're not paying for a name, you're actually paying just for the product because Cortech doesn't have the same brand recognition you're going to hear with Alpinestars or something like that, or Taichi, right? So you get more product, I believe, for your money. Features, benefits. In the shoulder area, external shoulder slider. We have additional layer of leather inside. We have some pretty basic CE armor that goes underneath that. They've done a good job there. We have Kevlar reinforced stretch fabric. I don't believe it's a big brand name stretch fabric like Cortech, but nonetheless it is Kevlar reinforced. You can see the color of the fibers internally. Lots of pre-curve here, elbow slider, perforated leather panel. Once again, the armor in this area is CE certified, but it's pretty basic stuff. They make up for some of that with those multiple layers of leather in there. So if you have a wear through the external layer, you've got another layer inside plus the armor. So there's ample protection built into it. In the knee and shin area, large motion panel, perforated. Once again, you just don't see these under $1,000, and they really help the fit of the suit. Multiple layers of leather here for additional wear-through protection. And then that pretty basic CE armor that goes in the knee and shin. Comes with the replaceable knee puck, and then of course we have that leather expansion panel in the back, which is also a value add. You don't see that in this price point. We come to the front, the chest. Look at all that perf, man. Love that. Tons of airflow. And you can see right here, here's why this thing fits so many different people. Look at how that stretch panel from the back comes all the way. I mean, that's almost into the chest of the suit, intersects with the stretch fabric. So this thing can move in so many different directions that different body types can just jump right into this. Go to the back of the suit, give you a better look at that panel, right? All the way from the shoulders down through the side, intersecting with one here in the waist. Hollowed out race hump, perforated panel there for exchange of air, fabric panel here, hot spot, it's going to allow you to breathe. Some temper foam inserts, temper foam insert here in the seat, dual layer of leather. all in all, this thing has, a lot of the features and bennies that we'd see with suits itself for a lot more money. And that brings us into Cortech, right? That's the apparel brand, the leather brand you've been riding in since when?
Yeah, I switched to Cortech leathers when I first turned professional back when I was 16 years old. So I've been with Cortech for the past 5 seasons now, and took some pretty nice tumbles in them throughout the years. But especially, like I said, this year, I mean, Motoamerica was a pretty nice crash. I got off the high side and almost got ran over by the champ Cameron Bouvier, and luckily the two other guys avoided me and took a big impact to my shoulder there. And then, like I said, in Infineon, I mean, that was a really fast crash. I think I was third gear wide open and tucked the front end and slid for a pretty good way on my behind. So luckily I had the good leathers on me and stayed safe for the rest of the weekend and no injuries.
That's really important too. I mean, it's not only important for you because this is your job. You're one of the very few fortunate dudes right now in this country. You've been able to take this craft and turn this into a job. And congratulations, dude. You worked hard, you earned it. But that suit is super important for you because if you fall off and you get all burnt up, it's going to be really hard to go back out there and work. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, it's nice to have a good company like Cortech Leather support me. And like I said, I took some big crashes over the past 5 seasons, and luckily the manufacturer and the guys at Cortech have developed the leathers phenomenally the past 5 years because they take my input along with the other Cortech riders in our paddock to help improve the leathers. When I first started at 16 years old, I would have some pretty big crashes, and they would tear apart in some certain areas. And nowadays, like I said, this year I took some big crashes, and luckily the leathers held together really good, and the protection has came a long way. And that's why I put my trust in Cortech leathers because, I mean, if you're riding 1,000 going that fast, you have to take a crash and get right back up and get back out there. And luckily, I had Cortech leathers protecting my body.
Okay, let's hit you with a quick inside out on the Cortech Adrenaline RR suit. We've got a removable liner right here, right? Mesh, a couple of different fabrics used, right? A little stretch there. Pull it out, hand wash, line dry, mild detergent, right? Never throw something like that in the dryer if you want to freshen it up. Armor that comes with the suit. It comes with this foam back pad installed in the liner, right? Leave it in there if you have extra space in the suit, but do not use this standalone as a back protector. You must have a proper CE back protector in the suit as well as this. So this would be removed if you don't have enough room for that, or you could leave it if you have extra space you want to fill it. CE armor, and this is pretty basic stuff, but it's not bad. In the knee and shin, elbow and forearm, shoulder. I think the CE logo is covered up here, right? But nevertheless, we've got armor both sides in the hip, and that is a nice add for sure. In the shoulder area, we have an overlaid shoulder slider that works in conjunction with the shoulder armor, and there's also a floating layer of leather behind that I'll show you in a second. So we've got a lot of layers here, a lot of protection built in. Large panel of leather here in the elbow. There is a bit of a perforated motion panel there. Tremendous pre-curve with this suit. That's something that you really notice, and when you try this on, you really need to sit on your bike to see if the fit is dialed in. It's got some Kevlar reinforced stretch fabric. You don't typically see that at this price point. Locking YKK zips. Multiple layers of leather used in the elbow and forearm area as well, and I'll show you some more of that in a second. Knee and shin area. Perforated leather panel here. There's multiple layers of leather used here. They've really bolstered the protection of the suit. Replaceable knee puck. YKK zip here. Leather stretch panel here in the back of the leg. You don't typically see leather used in this area on a suit at this price point either, so that's a nice value add as well. Okay, front of the suit. Tons of perf. Split by a good gauge YKK zip, neoprene collars, comfortable. You get inside the suit, and this is where I want to show you these layers of leather. This is the important stuff. Floating additional layer of leather here in the shoulder, right? Underlaid leather there. If you get into the arm, you'll see that here, they've done the same thing. There's multiple layers that are used in this particular area, so if you happen to have a wear through, right, a lot of protection there. To show you some of the safety seams they have built in. Once again, additional layers used here in the seat. That's an impact and abrasion zone for sure. Back of the leg, that leather there, I still really dig that. And then here in the knee area, right, it's going to be really hard to show you this, but there's multiple layers that are used and kind of floating here too. So if you have any type of wear through, you've got another layer to go through before you get to your skin. Back of the suit, this is really something you definitely do not see at this price point. These giant leather stretch panels, right? All intersecting in kind of that V shape, allows it to fit a lot of different body types. That's what we found with this suit. Hollowed out race hump, perforated leather panel allows for exchange of air there. Heavy perforation here in the upper arm area, so this is another great suit for hot weather. Got a little tailbone temper foam pad inlaid there. All that Kevlar-based reinforced stretch fabric used in the crotch and the back of the leg. All in all, what do I think? At the price point this thing sells at, right, it's not the most technical garment in the world. That is the reality of it, right? But at that $799, this is a whole lot of race suit. It fits a lot of body types. This is the kind of thing where if you're going to do some amateur racing, you could use this there for sure. Track days, absolutely. Canyon carving, no problem. Cortech provides a lot of value. You don't have that big brand name, but you've got quality construction, quality components at a very affordable price.